Awesome. Hello, everyone. Are we live? It is I, a geek for fun, maybe? We don't know. Let us know in the chat first if you can hear us, and then I'll do the usual spiel. Very helpful. Okay, awesome. Peace. Hello, everyone. I am a geek for fun, and first of all, thank you so much for checking out the first 2 episodes of Teen Titans Roll, our tabletop RPG campaign of Masks: A New Generation, set in the DC universe, with all of your wonderful Titans, which you can see in a Halloween-themed extravaganza.
Woo! Were you waiting for us to fanfare?
A little bit, guys. Yeah, come on, like up the fanfare game a little bit. It's letting me down. I need to bring the same energy as Mr. Geek for Mixelplick here. But yeah, we're going to be doing our first live session. And obviously, because it is approaching the month of Halloween, well, we're on the month of Halloween, approaching the day of Halloween. This is going to be a spooky themed session. And as a result, I guess, viewer discretion, I'm not going to go... It's just going to be like a Halloween special, so don't worry about anything actually horrible happening, but I just want to make sure that's out there in case anyone's just like really like, I want to be able to not hear any spookiness today, so that's understandable. But yeah, we're going to be doing a live session. If you've checked out our previous episodes, please do. If you haven't, this should still be a good introductory episode. You'll get a feel for everyone's characters, and then you can go back and listen to those other episodes. So don't feel intimidated in case you haven't seen this before. If you ever watch Critical Role, if you ever watched an actual play, it's just going to be like that. Before we get too into it, though,
Critical Role, we are nothing like them. Jesus, don't put that on us. We are really, really low budget, and
we're better. No. What are you talking about? Critical Role?
Exactly.
We're like critical. No,
they haven't got Smugstick. Is the thing. So that's the ace in the hole. But before we go too deep into it, there's going to be 2 announcements that we're going to plug to other things if you want to check out. First off, Speedy, Shane, what you got for us?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Shane. I also known as Shortbeard on this channel. I would like to plug, as some of you may know, Extra Life is coming up. And for those of you who don't know what Extra Life is, it is a fundraising event where gamers and Twitch streamers raise money for charity, and 100% of the donations that you donate to these streamers goes to different branches of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And coming up on November 7th is going to be this year's Extra Life event. I am going to be participating in my friends over at Divine and Conquer's Twitch stream for their charity event. It's going to be starting at 7 a.m. Pacific with a Lord of the Rings D&D one-shot. Then it's going to go into a D&D level 20 PvP Battle Royale. And at 8 o'clock Pacific, they're going to be doing their D&D art stream show, Demi-Planes and Doodles. It's going to be a super fun time, and they're going to be raising money for the Texas Children's Hospital. If you guys can come, I would be super happy. If you don't want to watch us, there are plenty of other streamers who are going to be doing Extra Life fundraising events. Just donate what you can. It's all for a good cause. I know Rooster Teeth does a 24-hour one every year. And just, we'd be happy to have your support.
Okay. So yeah, check out what that hopefully when after the stream is, I'll make sure to put links for everything in the description. Don't worry about that. Okay, last one, Lau.
Hi. So, I am part of a Twitch channel called Rolling with Lag, where we stream tabletop RPGs. We have not done D&D yet. I think we might do a D&D one shot in December, but we've just been doing one shots of a bunch of different like indie. Well, we did do Star Wars, but other than that, it's been indie different tabletop RPG titles. And coming up in the new year, we are going to be doing our first season, which is going to be run in Quest, which is a indie kind of like D&D. I don't know what to call it, like replacement, I guess. Like it's like fantasy based. You roll D20, but it's a little bit more like trimmed down and simple. Very fun. So yeah, we're gonna be doing our first season in January. Twitch, Rolling with Lag. That's what it's called. End of plug / announcement.
There we have it. Like I said before, all links will be in the description. With all of that said, let us get into the second issue. Is
Sorry, I'm
you trying to
explaining
say
how
something?
things work.
Oh. Thanks. This is why we don't work with Smugstick on the regular, people. He's a menace and needs to be stopped. Let's get into the second issue of Teen Titans. Roll! Okay.
You wanted fanfare before, I was giving you more fanfare.
I
Yeah.
very much appreciate it. Last time we met our heroes, they met a new acquaintance, the rambunctious and full of life Jenny Olsen, and they also had a meeting with the world's first ever and foremost superhero, Superman himself. The Titans got to know each other a little bit more, but there's still some burgeoning relationships, there's still some tensions and mystery going behind. However, deciding to get away from it, they noticed the flyer that Jenny was carrying for one of the magicians of the DC universe, Zatanna. And with this in mind, they're going to see something in Jump City, which, again, being part of the community and wanting to meet more people, they decide, okay, we'll go to the theater. We'll go to this Halloween ghost-filled thing. However, given a couple days have passed, and it being Halloween-themed, they also need to decide how they're going to interact with the community, as they're kind of superheroes. Will they go in costume? Will they go as themselves? Will they go in disguise? Will they go as other people? These things have yet to be decided and must be decided by them. So we cut to in a rented limousine by Jenny, because she likes to turn up in style, the Titans in their various ensemble. Let's start with Superboy.
All right, Superboy time. I'm chilling, arms back, just ready to party. I'm super excited to see Zatanna, as we explained in the last episode. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, a real magician. It doesn't compare to all the fake magicians and supervillains we fight. This is a real magician. So I'm super excited. The limousine is just my style. I've got my typical outfit on, of course, because what else do you need? The sunglasses in particular are extra shiny today to make sure I impress Zatanna.
Are you waiting for someone else to go? You threw it to
I was waiting for
Superboy.
someone else to go. Yes, let's go with Starfire.
Superboy. You can't expect us to just like pick it up. All right. So, Starfire is, she doesn't really get these sort of Earth traditions, and so she is still just dressed as herself. But after having had Halloween explained by Superboy, she would have decided that she is going as herself, because a princess is a typical Earth costume for Halloween. So she's a princess, but she's as herself.
Speedy.
Huh. Well, Speedy's probably just gonna go as himself. Because he doesn't really own any other clothes. Plus, he couldn't really think of the last time he celebrated Halloween. He's always been working on Halloween because it's Halloween. Things happen. And so, yeah, he'll probably just be dressing up as himself. And if he was walking around dressed as a superhero, everyone's just going to assume it's a costume anyway.
Good point. Raven.
Well, every day is Halloween when you're Raven, so she's not really dressed up. She's not super thrilled about meeting Zatanna because her and Zatanna do not get along. Zatanna doesn't really think Raven's much of an asset, and she's kind of told other people the same. So, keeping in canon with that, she's not psyched. She's just kind of sulking in the back because it's cool she's in a limo, but other than that, she's a little salty right now.
And then, finally, Robin, who probably has the most I'm curious about, given your secret identity.
So, Dick's kind of in a weird place because when we last left off, we did the interview, but before that, he had a super awkward conversation with his ex-girlfriend. So he's not the most chipper guy in the world right now. So in order to compensate for that, he's going to be really, really showy. So since he's halfway between being a fun guy and being raised by a stuck-up billionaire, he's basically in like a tuxedo mask cosplay. He's got a suit with a domino mask and a cape. And it's just his regular R cape.
Okay,
and he's gonna try and like out Superboy on that level. Also, he's got history with Zatanna. He loves Zatanna, so he's going to show off.
Okay, because you said that, I now need to show is the person driving the limo is Jenny Olsen, and she has decided, what she saw your idea, to wear a Sailor Moon cosplay because she needs any excuse she can to wear a dress, and she thinks it looks great. And she's also a massive weeb. So Jenny turns her head with her little, like her red hair in like the buns and like the little thing. She turns her head and she's like, "Okay, so are you guys pumped to see Zatanna? Like, have you guys ever met her before? Like, I've actually never interacted much with the magic superhero community. It kind of makes old Superman a little bit uncomfortable. Are you stoked? Are you pumped?"
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've only met her in passing, but I don't think we've ever formally been introduced.
What do you think? A magician like her and a guy like me?
You can try it. I didn't want to say it outright like that, but yeah, a little bit.
She's just upset, crosses his arms, leans back down.
And like Jenny, because she's driving, is going to a stop. Like she like stops a little early. So like when he's got his arms crossed. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. I guess. We should begin a little bit. You know, I've actually never been to Jump City before, but it's kind of really. I don't know. It's quaint. I like a lot of the. It's different than Metropolis. It certainly doesn't have a vibe. Do you guys actually get out that much in the city? Because I just know you live in the tower and it's a little out of the way.
I have been here for 2 weeks on Earth, so I have not spent a lot of time in the city.
That tracks.
Yeah,
okay.
I've only been here in about 2.5 weeks. But there's some good places around here.
I mean, this is a good chance. I mean, there's actually a diner. Oh man, I should take you guys there one time. There's like a diner owned by Mr. Fraction. Oh, great guy. You guys could go meet him one day. But yeah, all right, we're almost there. And like Jenny turns, and as you've been admiring and your eyes were focused on the modern architecture of Jump City, the solar punk aesthetic, even at night, in Jump City, you can see the moonlight reflected on many of the windows and street lamps, which lights it from the solar energy reflected from the moon, from the sun. It's one of those up-and-coming futuristic cities in the world right now where, thanks to innovations by Lex Luthor, Star Labs, Leo Quintum, we're talking a step beyond what was deemed possible only a decade earlier. And that's what makes the sight you're about to see even more shocking, is as you turn the corner and you go to the you arrive at the theater, the Round Table Theater. You see a weathered, beaten, Edwardian monster of a building. The surrounding solar punk style buildings are forcibly beaten back by its size and imposing silhouette. Its red walls seem to reach for the heavens, rising into 4 towers, which are connected by one roof, 3 stories up. As you follow them up with your eyes, up and up, you swear for a moment you see a figure in one of the windows, cloaked in shadow, staring right back at you. The only vestiges of modernity are the bold lights adorning its face, which suddenly light up and erase any figments in your mind of figures or shadows or spookiness. And to see clearly its name, the Round Table Theatre, displayed proudly alongside the listing for tonight's show. Jenny pulls up and decides, okay, I'm going to find a parking space somewhere. You guys go ahead. I'll join you up. Jenny drives off and you are left at the entrance to the theatre.
You sure she didn't drive us all the way to Gotham?
This is quite
This
different.
is impressive.
Well, shall we go in?
Gang, speed through.
So Superboy super speeds through the door, and as he's going so fast, the wind blows back his jacket a little bit, so it looks like a cape for just a second. It's like, and he strikes a pose, looks amazing, and everyone in the theater, at the sudden, almost contained sonic boom, turns, and you just hear a cacophony of fangirls. Superboy!
Oh God!
Oh my God, and they just surround a wave of just 15, 16, 17, a couple of middle-aged women actually, everyone just runs to Superboy, and they are just absolutely tears, everyone's going crazy. He is, because he has such a wide social media presence and doesn't hide his fact, and he's Superboy, he's kind of become an overnight sensation, especially after the battle with Zardu, where he got that epic punch in. So they're going crazy for Superboy.
Oh my.
Ah, come on. There's enough Superboy for everyone here. Here, just sign autographs, take pictures. I don't even take pictures with their phone. I take pictures with my phone.
During the commotion, as Superboy seems to be taking many of the crowds and many of the eyes, you all walk in. And as you walk in, Speedy, you hear a voice just in the back of your ear. Can't quite make out what it says, but it feels cold, and as quickly as it comes and you turn around to see, there's nothing there anymore.
What the?
Okay. That was interesting.
So
did we all feel this?
No, it was just Speedy. Speedy was the only person who heard it. Obviously, with your super hearing, normally you would be able to hear something like that, which would make this all the more stranger that you couldn't. Only Speedy could, and even then, he couldn't even tell out what it said. So as you enter the theater,
look over to see if Superboy heard something, but
I'm
he's
just gonna glance
busy.
over at him and be like, "What's up, man? You enjoying yourself?"
So as you move through the theater, you see a crowd almost as large as the one around Superboy, although one not as jubilant. A lone figure with very large glasses, coiffed hair and a pristine white suit, is standing, making just as big of a fool of herself as Superboy, except this man's around in his 60s, possibly pushing to 70s, but he still looks good. As you peer closer, you recognize that this is the mayor of Jump City, Stephen Flashman. And over the cacophony of voices that Superboy's having, you see some reporters and his regular entourage, and even Zatanna herself finishing a conversation with the man. And he's like, Excelsior! Thank you so much for coming here, true believers. You're all fantastic. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's so good seeing like an old building like this. And when we buy the land and we smash it down and bring it up, it's gonna be even better. Like the aesthetic of Jump City will finally be complete. So this one last show is gonna be a good thing to get it out of your system. What do you say? And he just continues rattling on about planning to buy a sale. And you see from the faces of Zatanna and a couple other people that this sale doesn't seem to be an actual thing that's happening. He just wants to speak it into existence. But of course, that's not the only thing in the theater. You can go get your tickets. You can just have a wander around. You can look at the stage. Right now, this is yours. You can feel free to inspect anyone.
The lobby area currently of the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would start to walk up towards like the ticket counter to purchase tickets, and then I would realize, and I'd say, I do not have any Earth money. And I would turn to Dick and be like, do you have Earth money with you? Would you mind buying my ticket?
Sure. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and buy everyone's tickets. So I'm just going to walk up to the counter and like flash a credit card.
Never leave the back there without it.
Credit card.
Credit card. Never leave home without it.
And you see the person buying the tickets. He's an older man, still well dressed. In fact, impeccably so. Someone that wouldn't normally look like to be selling tickets or to be at the ticket booth. And he sees your enthusiasm, buying tickets for all of your friends, and he lets out a hearty laugh. He's like, "Oh, this is wonderful! I've never seen such a enthusiastic young man. Do you enjoy the theater?"
Yeah, my dad actually used to take me here all the time.
Oh, that's wonderful. What was your father's name?
We'll just call him Al.
Oh, okay. Oh, I understand. I should have noticed. A man of the theater never reveals his secrets. Am I right, young man?
Exactly. It's the first thing he taught me.
Excellent. You know, in fact, just for showing that and elaborate costume, would you like a seat near the front row?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Don't tell anyone, okay? I could get in a lot of trouble. And as he says, I could get in a lot of trouble, he started laughing to himself as he's very pleased with his own joke. So he punches in the numbers, and you've all got first row tickets now to see Zatanna. He passes off your thing and says, "Oh, have a good way, mysterious man. And say hello to your friends for me. And please do enjoy the show. It may be our last."
So I go ahead and pass everyone their tickets, and then I start looking for Zatanna and seeing if I can find her.
So you see Zatanna. She's still in the cacophony around where Flashman is. And you hear just outside of it, she raises her voice. Not a lot. She's very calm. She's very cool. But this is still very peeved, especially given how normally she's so exuberant when she begins her shows. And you just make out that she says, "This place is special. This is why I chose to come here. I don't just pick my places. You can't just buy it and decide to tear it down because it doesn't fit your aesthetic." And you can clear that she's not being listened to, so she just throws up her hands and she just walks away. So as she's walking away, you can choose to follow her, or you can choose to meet up with the rest of your friends.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow her.
Okay, so Zatanna is walking up one of the stairs, and as she's about to go to one of the stairs, she turns and she sees you behind you. But as you're in the skies and probably a little bit older than she's last year, she doesn't immediately recognize you. Hello, I'm currently not speaking to. After the show, I'll be able to sign anything if you'd want, young man.
Oh, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Don't you remember me, Z? We grew up together.
Pixie boots?
Remember in Bruce's mansion?
Yeah. What are you? What are you doing here?
We just decided we'd catch the show. What's going on with that weirdo you were talking to?
That's just the mayor. He's trying to tear this place down, and I thought maybe come in here. I owe the manager Walter. He's a good person. He's a good friend. I thought I'd maybe give it a little boost, maybe see the worth in keeping it, but this place is on its last legs, so there's not really much of an argument to be made.
Why does he want to tear it down?
That man is one of the most obsessed with his image I've ever seen. There's nothing really he wants it gone, except he just doesn't like it fitting what he wants the city to be like. It doesn't make any sense. I don't even know how he got elected. The museum's the same thing.
Anything I can solve with Bruce's money?
Please. If Bruce could solve everything with his money, he wouldn't need to wear a cape and cowl. I think he told you that pretty early on.
Yeah, you got him there.
Okay, I gotta get ready, so it's good to see you. We'll talk after. And she just like
keep in touch.
she just like waves, and then just like in a puff of smoke, because she's just so extra. A puff of pink smoke appears, and then she's just gone.
All right, so I'm visibly concerned, and I decide to walk back to the team.
Oh, Robin, is everything okay?
Yeah, I just think Zatanna might need our help before the night's over.
Zatanna needs our help. That sounds like a job for Superboy.
It sounds
Well,
like
we
a
don't want to
job
rush
for the
in. We got to
Teen
wait and
Titans.
see.
Wait, have we named ourselves yet? We have. We're living in a giant tea.
It's a great question.
That sounds like a job for the Teen Titans.
Sure, I'm gonna shoo away my fans. Zatanna.
So your fans are like, he shooed me. Or like some of them going into the ones you touched are like fainting, like going over. So like that's a whole scene.
I'm a beetle.
Starfire though, as like the people are moving and there's a little bit of space, there's finally someone who can come in, and you feel like a little tug on your hand.
Oh,
You see a very small but very familiar young girl. Hello? You saved me at the museum.
oh, I did. I'm so happy to have saved you.
You're really pretty.
Oh, that is very sweet of you. You are very pretty too.
Ah, she's got like a little
I say
she's
it
got like a
to the
little
group.
makeshift. Yeah, she's got like a very makeshift Starfire costume on of what she could just like put together, and it's curly. She's just put it. You see her dad is like getting like concessions and stuff, and you notice there's not a mum there, but she's very excited to meet you. Who again?
That princess costume is so perfect. It is the most perfect princess costume I've ever seen.
Really? My dad and I spent all day making it. I was so. I really want to be like you. I'll be strong.
Well, I'm sure you will grow up to be just the strongest superhero ever.
And she's just like very like incredibly excited right now.
I'm gonna like lean down and like, this is more low talking than it is Starfire, but I have to. I'm gonna like lean down and give her just like the biggest hug.
She's just like and she like gives like her arms are like really tight. She comes back to give you. She says, "My name's Amy. What's your name? Starfire for real?"
Yes, you can call me Starfire. Or you can just call me Star or just Fire. That works.
So she's like extremely happy, and then she runs off to go meet her dad. But as she's ready, she's like, "Oh, make sure you see the magic show as well. It's gonna be really cool." And she like just runs off. Says that.
That made me really happy.
That child had a very strange voice. Superboy says.
She's got a condition. Don't judge her.
Exactly. So the Teen Titans are currently still getting ready. The show is not
Should we
going to be
make our
starting
way
for a
into
couple more
theater?
minutes. So you can get
Is
snacks.
the-
You can go investigate some more. You can go talk around some more. It's all to you
Is
guys.
the mayor still chilling around?
He's currently the crowds around him have gone, and his expression has currently got a bit more solemn, and he's currently on his way out. This will probably be your last time if you do want to speak to him.
I fly up to get through the crowd, and I like go over, and then I come down. And I like plop down in front of him, and I like put my hand out, just like Superboy has taught me that people greet each other, like probably a little too high. And I'm like, "Hello, my name is Starfire." Well, that's not my name, but that's what I'm going by here. My name is Starfire, and I want to meet you because you are the leader of this city. Yes.
So like two suited guys, very tall, immediately close in and like barricade him off. It's just like immediately like, "What are you doing? This is a threat. Metahuman alert, about to like fucking open fire." But then the guy's like, "Don't worry, she's just a kid. Of course I can recognize you. You're Starfire, one of our very own superheroes. I'm so happy you kids Is the rest of your team here?"
Oh yes, they are just right over there, and I'll like point at them.
And he's just like he gets out his phone and he starts streaming that, and he's just like, "Excelsior, true believers! The Teen Titans themselves are with me!" And like obviously any one of yous who didn't want to get noticed that you're here are suddenly now all noticed. Albeit with Superboy, probably
Starfire
wasn't going to
sucks
keep a
up
low bar.
again.
I lean over to Raven and go, "Well, so much for subtlety."
Well, I just wanted to introduce myself since I am working in your fine city, and my hand is still like out toward him.
And he is, for all of his exuberation, he is still noticeably not shaking your hand.
No.
And he's like, "Yes, fantastic. It brings in such a great feeling of security and safety when we get our own superheroes. I was worried we might have to bring in some own, or like maybe rent one, like Blue Beetle or something. But no,
Are you
this is like
also
real
not
fine
from
up and coming youth teenagers. We've got the thing. Enjoy
Are
the
you also
show,
not from Earth?
and
Because
we'll
I have
talk soon."
heard that you are supposed to shake someone's hand when they offer it to you, but I only just had to learn that, so maybe you had nobody to teach you like I have people to teach me about Earth customs.
He like kind of looks to the left and looks to the right, and he realizes that now a lot of eyes are on him. So he shakes your hand, and as he shakes your hand now, he uses, as he's an adult, he has influence
Okay.
over you, and he tries to raise your danger up and your freak down by saying, "Refugees can be kind of hard to accept for a lot of the people. If you work for my people and get your group on the payroll, you might have a little bit more positive press than otherwise if you
Okay, so he's
catch my drift."
trying to raise my danger up and my freak
Yes.
down.
Yes, and if you can either accept that or you can roll to try and go against
I
this.
mean, okay, danger up is bad because that makes me more of a threat to people, but freak down is good because people see me as less of a freak. But also, don't I use my freak for one of... Sorry, I'm still trying to... I use my freak to unleash my powers.
Yeah.
I think that I don't want that, so I'm going to
Okay.
take a roll.
So you're going to have to roll to reject influence.
Yeah, and what do I add to that?
Nothing. You don't add anything when you reject
Nothing.
influence.
Okay, so it's just 2d6s. Hey, this is
Uh-huh.
the first roll, right?
Yep, this is the first roll.
Oh no, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so that's a fail. So he is successful. Your attributes swap, and you're also now intimidated to where, without even realizing, you shake and you nod, and you've just basically agreed to sell out the Teen Titans.
I I suppose that I could okay, and like
Yeah.
he just like walks away.
He just walks away with a big greedy smile. He starts rubbing his hands together and all of his cronies leave.
Every bad that happens to us is my fault.
And as Starfire is freaking out and Flashman leaves, Raven and Speedy, as Speedy talk to you two are kind of in your own corner together, you both hear a voice. And this time it's a little clearer. And it says, help. And then you feel like a hand on your shoulder, and then it goes.
You heard that too, right?
It's just me.
No. I heard it earlier, but I didn't hear what it said.
Do we tell the others, or do we just keep it to ourselves?
I think we should tell the others once we have more information.
All right, your call.
I mean, all we did was hear a voice and feel something. I don't think
But we both
the rest
felt
of
it
the
wasn't-
group's
wasn't
gonna.
just me.
Yeah.
All right, well, I
I don't
think
know.
we should just keep it quiet. I guess we can. I don't like this though.
I think we should just tell them to be on the lookout for anything strange.
This doesn't feel off to you though. This whole situation doesn't feel a little bit not.
I mean, spooky theater, or hearing voices and feeling and things. Feels like a French novel. But yeah, I think something's off.
All right, well, I guess we'll keep it to ourselves. But anything weird happens, we should probably tell Robin. Much as I hate to say it.
Yeah. We'll definitely tell Robin.
Okay, and as you Teo say, and Speedy specifically says, something weird. Where Robin currently was. And Robin, a question: are you with Starfire and Superboy now, or are you on your own?
I'm with Starfire and Superboy.
Okay, so just above your head, you see in one of the rafters, you hear a. And it's a very distinct sound that you'll remember because you spent an entire childhood living in a cave filled with them. It's a red bat with red fur smacking against the corner of one of the walls. And surrounding it are red flies that seem to be circling it.
You said it's up in the rafters?
Yeah, so like imagine that you're in the lobby, top of the lobby wall, one of the corners. In that corner is the bat.
Okay, can I like grapple up and investigate?
Yes, you can.
Or do I have to roll for it?
You don't have to roll for that. You're Robin. You can do that easily.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna grapple up and investigate these bats and flies.
So Robin grapples up very easily without even getting to a pose. He just like and like flies up. And once he gets closer to investigate, there's nothing there. It's just mold.
Okay, so I go back down and start getting the team together because something weird's going on.
Okay, team's gathered.
All right.
What's the stitch?
So I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I saw a weird ghost of a bat flying up there, and Zatanna seems kind of spooked about this place. I feel like we need to start investigating.
A ghost
I
bat?
completely agree. When we first came in, I heard a voice. I didn't hear what it said, but later Raven and I heard a voice say, "Help me," and we felt someone grab our shoulders.
When did you hear this?
5 minutes ago?
Okay, fair enough. So we need to split up and start figuring out what's going on. I'm going to go backstage and find Zatanna. Starfire, if you want to come with me. You guys start looking around the different...
You hear all this
Yeah.
shit and you want to split up. That's your solution, is to all go different directions. That's your big plan? Splitting up?
Raven, this isn't Scooby-Doo. We'll be fine. We have superpowers.
I'm fairly confident if anything goes
I think
wrong.
the fact that we're not Scooby-Doo is kind of her point.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
you know, I'm fine with splitting up. I'm basically a five-man team anyways.
yeah, you did so well the first few times.
Okay,
Whatever.
so how about we go in groups then? Raven and Speedy, you go together. Superboy, since you're clearly got the most powers, you can go on your own. And then Starfire and I will go backstage and find Zatanna.
Fair enough.
Everyone cool with that?
All right. Sure.
That sounds good to me.
Robin, for getting everyone on the team to agree on something, mark your potential 1.
I think
Hooray, it's
Starfire
the
should
first
get
time.
potential for not screwing up Robin, getting everybody to do the same thing. He's growing. That was
That's,
actually why
What great guys. I'm so proud.
That's
of you.
character development right there, folks. So who on the team? So as well, mind you, the show is in the very principle about to start. So if you want to catch the time before it starts, you'll have to be quick. So camera would be focused on that group if they are dashing to get to the Zatanna.
Yeah, we're rushing that way.
We're rushing. Is it like, it's not like crazy busy, right? Like we can just...
No, because most of the people are in the seats right now. There's no one else around. You're rushing to get to Zatanna, and you see again the ticket salesman, the old man with the nice suit. He's like, "Oh, the show. If you're rushing to get to the show is that way, young man."
Oh, we are not rushing to get to the show, but thank you. Go through the backstage
Oh,
door.
oh my. Right. Okay. So he's very flustered by this, but again, just intrigued and goes about his business. So you run to backstage and you see Zatanna with her 2 assistants. One very tall, like 6'4" woman, very well built, with long blonde hair, and a smaller woman, about 5'6", with her brunette hair in a bun. Just managing her dress and making sure all of tonight's equipment is ready. And Zatanna is just kind of waving around her wand, basically getting her wrist loosened.
So can I go ahead and try and pull Zatanna to our corner instead of going over there?
I mean, yes, you can. But how exactly would you want to go about that?
Can I just like literally call her name and like influence her to come over here without it raising any suspicions?
You don't have influence over Zatanna, but you can call her name to get... That's a hard one to roll in this game, but you can just call her name and you don't need to roll for that one.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just do that.
Okay. So Zatanna turns her head. She's like, Dick, I'm about to go on stage. What are you doing?
This is important. Get over here.
This is important. It's fine. What?
I promise you this is more important.
Maggie, Sally, just tell them I'll be like 5 more minutes. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And they're just kind of eyeing you guys, kind of like curious, but no intense of malicious intent. So Zatanna walks up. She's like, okay, what's up?
Okay, so 2 people on my team heard a weird voice when they walked in here. I just saw a bunch of ghost bats and ghost flies, and you said this place is important, which is why you're performing here. What exactly is going on?
It's haunted.
And you didn't lead with this when I first saw you?
It's the bats. The bats are haunting the theater.
I like this one. It's
like
haunted. It's what's
Haunted by what?
Why do you need to know?
Because it's haunted and that's a bad thing?
You were definitely trained by Bruce. No, it's not a bad thing. That's why I chose this place. That's why this place is special. This is special to a lot of departed people. It has a strong energy. That's why I do my shows here. So no, that's not a big deal. It's harmless. It's fine. Maybe learn a little bit more about the occult before you come to me. Like she's just clearly a little bit disappointed in you right now, Dick, for coming to her with such like in her mind such a menial question of like, of course it's haunted. Did you look at the place?
Are you not worried about weird ghosts and spirits influencing people while they're in here? Like, people should not be hearing these voices, right?
Many points of view on that. It's not as cut and dry. Sometimes when people reach out, it's to the people who need to hear them the most. Which one of your members of your team heard that? Was it the people here?
What do the bats need us to hear?
She starts like giggling. I guess they're hungry.
Unfinished business.
The
What are
bats.
they hungry for?
I mean, I'm sure a lot. They do die quite early. I don't know, Dick. Do bats have unfinished business? I think you lived in an entire cave filled with bats' finished business.
Well, but that is a Batman.
Gross.
We are talking about
Does she
bats.
poop?
Okay. Look, I know if you kids are spooked out, just get into the vibe. Like, it's fine. And she's clearly talking down to you despite being not much older than
Miss
Robert.
Latanya, I'd love to get it into your vibe.
Who's this? Superman
I'm
cosplayer?
They know me in the press of Superboy.
You chose that name?
No, actually, I chose Superman, but then he got to come back. He was dead. Should have stayed dead. Don't tell him I said that.
Okay. That's cute. Okay. Why don't we have a proper talk about this after the show? We'll sit down, it'll be fine. But trust me, there's nothing to worry about. You and your friends. You can sit down too if you're lucky, Hotshot.
Fine.
Okay, so got good front row seats. Walter told me you might want to sit down and enjoy them so they don't go to waste. It's going to be a hell of a show. Razzle dazzle, and she just
Are we
walks away.
backstage? Like in the wings?
Yeah, you were backstage behind the curtain.
Can we see?
So she's
is the
telling me
curtain
to,
open?
shoot.
Can we see where the seats are?
No, the curtain's completely these big red
we
velvet
hear the
drapes.
audience
Are
at all?
You can if you want to, yeah.
I mean, just we can hear the chatter. I'm not trying to spy
Yeah. There's a lot of
Okay, so
there's a lot of stuff like that.
Me kind of thinking oh, that's where, and maybe even Zatanna gestured go back into the theater and be okay, and I'll walk out onto the apron of the stage and pop off into where I assume other members of our team are sitting in their seats, and I'll sit down.
Yeah, feel free. Everyone
we have people
looking at you strangely. I think they're just confused. They don't know if it's part of the show or not. This is the orange woman part of the show? Is this a thing? I'm Robin and Superboy going to follow her that way? You're going to leave somewhere else?
Before we leave, let me ask a quick question. I guess breaking the fourth wall question. How long have we been inside this building?
You've been about here 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to turn to Superboy and ask, we've been here 10 minutes. What happened to Jenny?
Huh, yeah, she said she'd be right in. Do you think we should go look for her? I mean...
Yeah, let's go ahead and figure out where Raven and Speedy are. They can sit with Star, and then you and I can go look for Jenny if she doesn't find us in the meantime.
Right. Could I focus in my super hearing to try and see if I hear Jenny anywhere?
Yeah, if you want to do that'll be unleash your powers, because that's a wide area, so you'll have to roll for that.
So I roll a d6 and then add what?
Add freak.
freak. Okay, sorry. Let me go. I got a 6.
Okay, what's your freak?
I mean, I got a 6 with the freak. It's 1. I
Oh,
rolled
that's
a
6. Okay, so that's a fail. That's a fail. So you like try to use your super feeling, but there's like you get like suddenly hit with like help, 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 and it's like through your ears, and like it just like grabs you on the floor, and you mark a condition. You're now afraid. You just got like
What the?
you've never heard this before, and it's like a screeching noise went into your ears. You're not in any physical pain, but you've never even heard something like this. You normally hear radio frequencies. You can hear certain spectrums. You can hear people talking. This is nothing like any sound you've ever heard before, and it's shock you.
I'm clearly like flabbergasted. I'm like taken aback. I can't find her with my super hearing. I don't know where she is, but something's going on. You're right.
Okay, I don't trust this. Let's go find Raven and Speedy and Star and get out of here.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we cut back to Raven and Speedy. Are they joined by Starfire, or are they still on their own?
We'll have our join. Starfire joins. We're just sitting down right now. Nothing else to do.
Okay. What order are you sitting in? Who's next to her?
Ladies first.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't hear what you said.
what's
I
the
just said
seating order?
Yeah.
I sit next to whoever was sitting down when I popped out of the thing. Was anybody even there yet?
You're beside me.
I think we
You're
split up
beside
in the
me.
lobby. I think we split up in the lobby and we meet up. Starfire
Right,
goes
so
to
I'm
sit down
asking-
just as we get to the row.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'll sit next to Raven.
Right.
I'll be
and
on
then
the
I'll
Okay, so it's
sit on Raven's other
Starfire,
side.
Raven, Speedy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So you're sitting together now. Starfire, feel free to fill them in, or Speedy, Raven, feel free to chat to Starfire and see what's up. You've still got a little bit before the show starts. And you're like, because you've got the only front row seats, there's like, no one's going to overhear this.
So what was going on back there? Starfire.
Sorry. I didn't know you were talking to me. You just said,
well,
so what is going on
Well, we
back
weren't
there?
back there, so we were wondering what was happening.
Well, she was not very receptive to Dick saying that this place was haunted. She was offended, but also confirmed it, I guess. I
So
think
she was
it has
aware.
to do with the bats, but that might just be me.
Okay.
Figures
So
it's never particularly helpful. She thinks she knows so much about the occult because she's a Tana and she performs, but she doesn't.
She
listen.
did mention the occult. She was disappointed that Dick was not accepting of it, I think.
Oh, that's rich coming from her.
Yes, that does make her quite wealthy. I agree.
No, not that type of rich. It's an expression. It's an earth expression. It means like
Earth
funny
expression,
coming
yes.
from her.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Like a remember the sarcasm talk we had?
Yes, sarcasm. Okay,
Yes,
so she does not. Okay, so you do not think that she is wealthy.
Forget it. Never mind. It's
okay.
too much to explain.
yeah, This is not a time for a linguistics lesson.
Are we with them?
So,
by the way,
no, you two are looking for
did
Jenny.
we buy
Right?
a ticket for Jenny?
Did you buy a ticket for Jenny, Steve?
Technically, I did, yes.
Nice.
Okay.
But we are
There's
all
technically
here
with
in the
the
row
room.
now, right? So, like, Jenny has no way of getting her ticket. Cool.
Well, we're still
We're
looking
good.
for her, right? So we can give it to her wherever she is.
You guys haven't come to the row yet.
No, we're looking for her.
Okay.
No.
Those two behind the thing, we're still looking for Jenny and on their own, on the lonesome, the dynamic duo.
You know it.
Okay. So we open the theater doors, not the theater doors, the robes, and you see the two assistants, Sally and Maggie. They walk onto the stage, each holding a bucket of flowers. The smell and colors fill the room, bringing life to the old walls with a sense of joy and wonder. Sapphire and ivory. With a smile to the audience, they throw the petals at one another, and as a sea of color clashes in the air, the sublime Zatanna appears in the explosion of the flowers hitting each other. She gives a wink and then motions to her face in a comical shock. As one of her assistants brings over a classical cigarette holder, wiping her brow in an exaggerated motion, she takes the cigarette, puffs the living daylights out of it, and then blows a kiss to the audience. From her ruby lips, a giant heart of pink smoke emerges and spreads out from the stage. With a snap of her fingers, the pink smoke suddenly shifts into a dozen doves flying over the heads over the rapturous audience. With a whistle, all the doves turn their heads and fly back to Zatanna, who takes off her hat and lets them fly inside her hat one by one, and they all disappear. Crowd goes wild.
Other people enjoy this. This is entertainment for people.
Oh, we do not enjoy this. We do not enjoy this. And I stopped clapping.
Yeah.
We cut back to Superboy and Robin, who are currently searching where? Where in the building, the premises are you searching? Are you searching outside in one of the floors?
We were backstage a second ago, so we went outside to look for Jenny because she was parking. And while we're outside, can I grab my little bat cell phone and see if I can find a search on this theater and what exactly is haunting it?
Of course. Are you going to use your information power for that?
Yes. What do I get a +4 on that? Or do I get a plus? That's called assess the situation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, this thing is very tiny.
No, it's okay.
Assess the situation, roll plus superior. Ha, that's a 3.
Smart boy.
No kidding. So it doesn't really matter what I roll. That's actually not true. I shouldn't jinx it.
This is why he doesn't believe the occult. He just jinxes himself.
No kidding. Sorry, I gotta get to my app. All right. 11 plus 3.
Okay.
Off the charts.
So you get to ask 2 of these questions. What here can I use 2? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly?
What here is the biggest threat? And how could we best end this quickly?
Okay, so on your handy dandy back communicator, it pulls up Bruce's files, not just from legally obtained sources, but from web sources that magicians tend to freak with, the occult net, if you will. And it lists there were 2 murders that took place in the Round Table Theatre, 80 years apart, roughly. One in 1950 and one in 1880. The people that died are said to still be haunting the theatre, although that is not the most prominent sighting. The most prominent sighting varies from person to person, but they see a shadowy figure watching them from different places in the theatre. That is what many people believe to be the greatest danger, this shadowy mysterious figure. In terms of how you can best end this quickly, there are no direct things of how to stop a haunting, but the most common belief is to separate any anchor points, anything that connects the spirits to the establishment, any things that belonged to them at one point in their life. Fortunately, no, it doesn't give you any information on Jenny specifically, but that's everything you need to know about the theater.
Okay. So it looks like there are, I guess, 3 ghosts technically haunting this place. 2 of them that don't seem to do any harm, and then 1 that everyone's saying is dangerous. If Jenny's missing, it's probably that 3rd one that got her. Is that what you heard with your super hearing a second ago?
Yeah, I heard somebody screaming, "Help me," and stuff like that.
Do you remember what direction?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember what direction?
Would I? Like, did it give a
No,
direction?
you couldn't hear any direction. It was like overwhelming. If you got a higher roll, maybe, but no.
Okay, yeah, no, I have no idea. If I was a redhead, where would I be?
All right, so let's go see if we can find the car, because she said she was going to try and park it. So if we can see it from there, maybe we can retrace her steps.
Sounds good. Let's go.
You two go. Where exactly are you? Just searching the building? I mean, Superboy has super speed. If you want,
can I just shoon the building?
there's nothing in your way.
I'm gonna say Superboy should not super speed the building. That if his super hearing got him pinned down a second ago, we probably should stick together.
Fine.
All right, cool. So now we're outside in the parking lot. We're trying to find the car if we're allowed to.
Yeah. With his normal speed alongside Robin. And obviously this is an opportunity for you both to talk. Because again, you've still got that mission from Batman.
Right.
Gang. I'm just. I guess it would make sense. It was a little awkward between the two, like especially since Superboy's going slower than he would want to. So he's like, open door. She's in here. Open door. She's in here. This is boring. I want to see Satana. Do we have to find her right now?
Yes, we do have to find her right now, because if she's missing and this place is haunted, then everyone's in danger, including her.
Fine. Only because she has pictures of me on her photo camera thing still.
So let me ask you this. Kryptonite made you weak the other day. Is magic just as powerful on you as it is on Superman, or do you have more of a resilience because you're a clone?
I haven't had a chance to face many magical opponents. I would like to say that I'm better than Superman all around, but I won't know until I try it.
Okay, well, just on the off chance that you and Superman share the same weakness, I'm going to need you to try and stay as controlled as possible. Because if anything can kill you, it's kryptonite and magic, and we don't want you to get hurt, especially if Jenny's already missing.
I promise to be good, sir.
All right, good. That's all we need.
Okay. Inside the theater, the show is continuing in all of its splendor. Moving to the supernatural, Zatanna decides to speak to the audience in full. And she says, "Hello, tonight's show is chosen for this location and dedicated to my good friend, Walter Gatiss. He's the owner of this establishment, and it really means a lot to him. Please, after I'm gone, I'll try and frequent as much, but there's plenty of shows, there's plenty of stage plays. It's so important that you guys come out and, enjoy your city, live with each other, talk. This is what I do these things for." And then after the seriousness of it fades, she motions to her assistants to get some stuff ready, and that leaves Raven and Starfire and Beady to talk amongst themselves a little bit about that, because Starfire, as someone from a world that was very deeply stitched in culture and arrives on Earth, it probably comes across as strange to you to see earthly culture being swapped over in favor of something new. It could be similar on Tamerlan, it could be not, but it definitely strikes you a little bit.
Sorry, what exactly strikes me about it? That she...
Oh, the fact that she's talking about history being lost. And that would remind you of Tamaran, either in Tamaran also does that, or it doesn't.
What do you mean Tamaran? I mean, like, I'm sorry.
It's up to you for the side.
Well, I just don't understand what you're saying is weird about that.
History talking about the fact that, I'm sorry, I didn't want to be a bit of a lie. I'm talking about the fact that history being disappeared for Starfire.
Disappeared. Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying history got lost, I guess, and and I was like, yeah, the history is the past. Like, that happens everywhere, right? That is a normal thing on Earth. Okay.
I wasn't following
My
either.
bad.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't think. I mean, like, the show's still going on, though, right?
Yes.
So I don't think Starfire would say anything because she's picking up on the cues that, like, nobody's talking in the theater. So, like, she wouldn't start talking.
Makes sense. Show continues in full force, and Zatanna dims the light, holding out a balloon for her assistant Maggie to hold. The girl suddenly lifts up and begins to float towards the ceiling, with Zatanna grabbing onto her foot, and then begins to think of how to solve the problem in a very comical fashion, like trying to pull her assistant as the balloon starts to float her away. A light bulb appears above her head, quite literally, as she gets a uniquer idea and whistles to her other assistant to come over and hand her a balloon. Zatanna floats up with the balloon and then waves at her assistant, who is also in the air holding the balloon, and they wave to each other. And then they begin circling one another and dancing in a miraculous display above the crowd. They are floating over your feet and twirling with only the balloon to hold them, even picking up their third assistant by the legs and throwing her in the air as she does amazing pirouettes, and then they catch her before she hits the ground and flying all over the audience, held only by these two miraculous balloons. The audience, once again, is enamored and is going crazy. It's fantastic. They fly down, and Zatanna, with the assistant, both pops the balloon, and they both fall, but then are caught by the larger assistant, Maggie, who catches them both with one arm each. She's very strong, and places them on the ground. And they take a bow, and everyone's like, wow, amazing.
That was very impressive.
This is bullshit. I don't know how people pay for this.
People like what they like.
You can't seriously be enjoying this.
Can I say something?
I like the sleight of hand.
Can I have my superhero like focused on the three just to like keep a tab on them?
No, your superhero's kind of wrecked after that last time.
Lame.
Denied.
But technically, we still.
I mean, you should have got a better roll. Yeah, if you want to listen in, you've got your communicator, so you can do that.
Okay,
method.
cool.
They're being really loud. They should really be quiet while they're in there.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, I mean we aren't with you. I'm just saying, like through the communicators, I hear that Raven and Speedy are talking. I'm like, shame.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right, so I'm just gonna like with the communicators on, just call everyone to leave the lobby, leave into the lobby because we still can't find Jenny.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So people,
I'm going to, because I'm in the middle of a row, fly up, because why wouldn't I? And like zoom to the back of the theater.
Starfire's going that
wait
way.
till the
Raven
lights
and
dimmed
Speedy
again, but okay.
I'm gonna hover up, levitate up, and float with Starfire. I'll make a grand echo.
Raven, as you turn to leave, you look upwards and you see at one of the exit a figure, a man in a pure white suit, like blindingly white, and his face is disfigured. No, it's just uncomfortable to look at. You can't even. It doesn't make any sense to look at it. It's like looking at a constantly shifting mass of flesh. It's like nothing on earth, and he's just standing there watching. And as he's about to move to clap, the rest of the audience continues to clap, and no one else notices him but you. Starfire, you're in the air, so it would be odd that you're not seeing this, and Speedy as well. You don't see this if only Raven can see this.
Okay, so I have to kind of keep it to myself. I can't grab anybody. Everybody is too far away, so I just have to kind of look at it, acknowledge that it's there. I'm gonna tell them when I catch up to them, but I can't grab Star. I can't get her attention because she's too far away, and I can't grab Roy. Right?
You can if you want to, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're still pretty fast if you can fly, so it's not. He's not making any sudden moves. He's just standing there clapping.
Okay, then I'm gonna just tug on. I'm gonna reach out for Star and just tug on her arm, and be like, "Look up, look up."
And I don't see anything. I assume.
Towards
like
the exit.
Starfire can't see
That
anything.
way. Do you see
And
that?
I look exactly where she's pointing, and I say, "I see the exit." Because you said it was like on the balcony, kind of. Yeah. So like I see like the balcony exit. Are there people up there? Like, are there like people that are watching the show up on the balcony?
Yeah, there's people in the boxes.
Okay.
They don't notice him either.
Okay.
So I'm gonna float back down and touch Roy. Can you see that? Or am I just seeing that? Star can't see it either. Up towards the exit, if you look up that way, do you see what I'm seeing?
I look up. Nothing?
God, I hate this place. We need to just leave. Let's just go find Robin. Come on, let's go.
All right, yeah, let's go. Though I think we should investigate there after.
Yeah, no, duh. We gotta find Robin first. I don't want to do this myself if no one else can see what I'm seeing.
I mean, no one else could hear what I was hearing earlier, and then Duke and I both heard. I believe you.
So we're gonna go off find. So where's Superboy right now? Is he with?
We go outside.
I mean,
to the.
they're outside, so you'll
where
have
they
to.
told us.
You'd have to try and leave the theater, but
Oh, we try and leave the theater.
as you try and leave the theater, there's no doors. And
Oh, so
not
I didn't
locked.
see an exit.
He
No, you
carried
did,
us.
and
He
now
literally carried
and
us.
you did, and then as you blink, it's just gone. It's just
Okay.
there's just as if it's just cemented shut, as if there was never a door there to begin with. There are no doors in anywhere. Starfire, you see the bats
like-
again.
Oh,
And now there's a couple more bats up in the ceiling, and they're all,
I fly up and I try and grab a ghost bat.
I strike
gonna
through.
look at the
Intangible. Intangible. Can't touch them.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look
Speedy,
and see if there's anything wrong with the audience.
you look over to the audience and you see a locust swarm of those red flies, like just a veil of red of flies over everyone, and no one's reacting. They're on people's faces and no one's reacting. They're flying in and out around people and no one's even reacting. And only Speedy sees this. Only Starfire sees the bats, and only Raven sees the figure whose clapping is now going furious to the point where it's looking like his hands are starting to bruise because he's clapping so frantically, and everything is getting louder. The bats are yelling and screaming in a higher pitch and higher pitch and higher pitched. The locust swarm is flying in outside people's mouths. Even the child, Amy, that was watching it, she doesn't notice any of this. And this is getting more and more intense until Zatanna's eyes suddenly shoot up and she sees this. She's like, no, not this. And then the lights go completely black. It is pitch black in that area now. Nothing, no lights, no sound, nothing. You three are just in total darkness right now.
I do not mean to alarm those of you that are outside the theater, but it is completely black, and I saw more of those ghost bats, Robin, that you were talking about, and I am a little bit scared. Can they hear us on the communicator?
Yeah, they can hear the communicator stuff.
Okay.
Is there any way for you guys to get outside?
The doors are missing.
We're standing where the doors were, right?
Mm-hmm. And they're just gone, and it's just pitch black. So even if you were looking for it, it's like you'd have to like feel out or find a way to illuminate the room.
Light my hands with like green fire.
You can, yeah.
So that we can at least see a little.
So are you going to do that, Starfire? Or are you going to continue your conversation?
I'm kind of having a beginnings of a panic attack, because I've seen things before, but never. I've seen things before, but I made that happen, and I'm having flashbacks, and I'm not happy. So I'm gonna try and like shoulder check the wall where we thought the doors were.
Okay, so Speedy shoulder checks the wall, and it's just bumpy, or there's no exit of anything. There's no seam line. There's nothing. It's just smooth and with the bumpiness of wallpaper.
Something happened with Zatanna as well, right?
Yeah, Zatanna saw something and then pitch black.
Okay.
You've still got
with my hands glowing.
Yeah. So Starfire, because you don't need to roll for this because you can just do that as is. Starfire decides to light up the room with her solar kinesis, and as you light the room, you suddenly see where Zatanna was standing on the stage, dozen red flaming skull demons with their faces etched, and their tongues are flying out, and they look hungry, and they're about to pounce. And Starfire's light has just set them off, and they're ready to go. You're in combat. You're encountering a threat as a team. So Speedy and Robin and Superboy, so many ass names. Robin and Superboy are outside, so they don't get to participate into something. They come in and help. But that also means the team is separated. So what would normally happen is you'd get points to the team pool. Because of this, you don't get as many. So you only get 2 points to the team pool, which with combo attacks, you can add to your rolls, right? You're all good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're directly engaging the threat. Raven, you're the supernatural master on this. You're the only one who has any kind of experience with dealing with these kind of things. What's your move?
Can I teleport and grab the other two and bring them in with me? It only
you can attempt to. There's a weird field around this. There's definitely supernatural things blocking too. So it's obvious that this would be something you need to try for. So you'd have to roll.
Okay. And it's plus freak, right?
Yeah, that'd be unleash your powers.
Okay, so it's 7 plus freak, which is 2, so 9.
Okay, so 9. So you get to take one person with you. Can't take both. And if you take both, be aware that all the people are in here right now, and they can see all the demons, so they're all freaking out. So these demons will attack these people if you leave.
So I can't do anything, essentially. I can't grab anybody.
You can. It's just those will be the consequences of your actions, and it's up to you to make that choice.
I guess I close my teleport. I close my teleport real quick because there's no point. And I use my telekinesis. I hover a chair and just throw it in that direction because it's just one chair should be able to do that without rolling. So I just hover it and throw it to distract him.
Are you going to hit? Are you just pure distraction?
Yeah, just to get their attention.
Okay, so you can do that, no problem. That's nothing you can do. So Raven brings up a chair and with like just a flick of her wrist, fires at a supersonic speed, and the rest of them just turn their heads and they just go to the direction of the wall and they start like clawing at the wall. It buys you a few seconds, but it's clear they're not going to react to anything. Given it was pitch black, it's also clear that these things can't see you. They're reacting to sound, smell, other stimuli. Starfire's light right now that she's holding up is the only light in this room right now. Otherwise, you'd all be in complete darkness. Starfire, what's your play?
I would like to use my solar kinesis to fire like a blast at one of them.
Yeah, just one of them. That's no problem. Starfire charges up one of her free hands and uses her hand to keep the light going and just fires. It blasts right to the demons. The demon turns its head like, and then its head just explodes. It's just taken out instantly in one blast and it just falls to the ground. But the others hear that and turn their head. And now they're all not scratching the wall out. They're all ready to attack. Speedy, what's your move here?
I'm not in a good place right now. I'm hallucinating and I'm having feelings of being in places I don't want to be again, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna just take a random swing at one of the skulls. With the bow. Like I'm panicking right now. I'm having flashbacks. I'm going to just randomly swing at one of these flaming skulls.
Normally, you would be able to engage one person at a time with your training, but given you've said that your mental state is in mess right now, this is going to be something you have to roll directly engage threat for, because you're not in any condition to be doing this right now, it seems. So roll plus danger.
All right. So roll plus danger. It's a 7.
Is that plus or on its
I
own?
have no plus to danger.
Okay, so that's a hit, but it's barely a hit. So you smack it across the face, and it's clearly hurt, but it's not out, and it returns to slash you back. You take powerful blow, so you're gonna have to roll to see how well you took this.
Okay, will do.
On this, the lower the better.
Yeah. Hey, that's a 10. I could have used that.
Oh no.
So Speedy, you get slashed across the chest. 3 slash marks across your chest, and you go reeling back in pain. You're now also afraid, so mark a condition. You're now afraid.
Yeah.
Now they like the demon that had got like the blood on Speedy's hand just like licks it, and it's got a taste for him now. And now the rest of them, like some of them go around like that demon's hand that has the blood and they start licking it. And now they're all going after Speedy. Robin, Superboy, you hearing like just like chaos on your communications. What's your play?
All right. So we're outside, but we're close to the scene, right?
Yeah.
We're just separated by the wall. All right. Superboy, I need you to try and bust a hole through this wall so we can get to the rest of the team.
Don't tell me what to do, but he does it anyways. Well, bam!
Wall goes flying open, and some light manages to hit the room, distracting the demons that were on Speedy for just a second, so they're not ready to attack him yet. And Superboy and Robin have entered the scene. Starfire, Raven, Speedy. You see your two teammates with like the light behind them, so like it's like they look like Superman and Batman right now in their silhouettes. They look like their mentors, like just posed up, ready to help. Superboy, you just did your action, blown at the wall. Robin, are you gonna make a move right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one of those Arkham game style grapple onto a demon and lunge myself at it.
Okay, just the one target, easy peasy for you. You've got confidence, you've been trained for this. Robin fires the grapple hook, and it lands in its mouth as it like tries to bite onto it, but then like the wench in the grapple hook goes and like sends Robin flying at it. He drop kicks it in the head, smacks it to the ground, rolls on his side, and now he's in the middle of like a field of them. And people are still just like, the civilians are still like running to go throughout the hole that Superboy and Robin have just made. So you've given them an exit. Raven, you're reunited with the rest of your team. The team's all together now, so you get an extra team in the pool. So there's 3 team in the pool right now. What's your play? There's still about 7 demons left.
Oh, can I try to lift the audience and can I try to send the audience through the hole like individually? Can I try to like file
The entire audience.
If I can try like to roll for
Yeah,
it, is it possible?
Unleash your powers. That's a big one. You can go for it.
We're kind of low on options here, so. So that was an 8 plus danger or freak on my end.
That's plus freak.
So that's 8 and 2 is 10, and then I get team, right, for this too?
If you want to. That's a perfect hit as is, so you don't need to. So I would recommend not using it on that.
Bother, yeah. So I'll just take it without the team. So.
Yeah. So they all get lifted off their feet, and they're like, "What? Huh?" But with a very gentle touch. No one's hurt by this. They just feel themselves lifted off as if it's part of the magic show, and they're thrown through the hole. And some of them manage to just dash out the door, but like for the main door. But then that gets cut off. About 10 or so people couldn't make it out, and some of them, you notice from the audience side, once the lights went out, it disappeared, like just vanished, including Zatanna. Only a couple of people are around. Amy, the little gal.
People are in the ghost dimension.
Maggie, the assistant. Sally, the assistant. A police officer, and that's about it. There's just the rest of them with some random civilians. So you guys should get most of them out, but there's still 10 people left. And the demons now are trying to follow them to get at you. And the one that's got Speedy's blood is still coming for him. Speedy, what's your move here?
All right. I'm going to slowly start calming myself because feeling me actually hitting one of them and realizing, okay, I'm not hallucinating. These are real. Everyone's here. Okay, it's time to actually act. I can't panic. I'm going to help. So I am going to assess the situation and see what I can help. And see what I can do. So that's going to be take off the sunglasses. Going to be plus superior.
Yes.
Small print.
I know, right?
And sunglasses. So that is an 8 plus superior, which has no modifier.
Okay, so you get to ask one of those questions.
All right. One of those questions is, what here is the greatest danger?
Okay, so that person that Raven saw that was clapping up there is now on the stage where Zatanna was. And they're not a man anymore, they're a woman with a hunched over back, but still deformed features. No, it's just wrong to look at. But this time they're not clapping. This time their arms are just at their sides and they're just staring dead ahead. And because you notice them, it's just staring at you, Speedy. Not making any moves, but just watching. Now you can all see this person, yes.
All right. So, I think we found our mystery ghost. So I'm going to knock an arrow and just basically let everyone know that they're the one causing all of this, and they're the one who needs to go down.
So you're going to fire arrow directly at them, or use it to signal your team?
I'm going to use it. I'm going to do both.
Okay, so you just get a flare arrow? Do you want to describe it?
No.
Go ahead.
I haven't had luck with those in this team. I'm just gonna fire I'm gonna take a play out of Robin's book and fire a bolo arrow. Try and restrain her.
Okay, so you shoot the arrow, and it flies in the air. Perfect aim. Nothing you've done before. You've calmed down just a little bit. Passes straight through it. It just hits the wall in the back. Goes through the curtains. But it's the person still not moving. The thing still not moving, but it's still watching. It seems to not react at all to that thing. Clearly, physical attacks right now aren't going to work against this creature. But the demons surrounding you and the remaining civilians and attacking your teammates, physical attacks seem to work on them, which is a relief. So Starfire. Unless Raven had something.
Yes. I would try to shoot another flare just at this, because that same demon, all it did was turn its attention toward me, right? It didn't seem to hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm wondering if that's just because I need to hit it more, or if that's because it doesn't work. I'm gonna shoot a flare at the scary hunched over woman that was once a clapping man.
So you're going to fire a blast at it again. So you fire towards it, and this time when it goes through...
It's a different person this time.
Oh, the person standing still?
Yeah, so the person that's now a hunched over woman and was once a clapping guy. Not one of the demons.
Mm-hmm.
Different person. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I got. So it fires directly at it. And just like what happened with Speedy, passes right through it. Physical attacks, even of energy blasts, don't seem to work. Okay. So you've just burnt the wall behind them a little bit singed.
Damn wall. I don't say
that. She could.
No.
Superboy. What's the play?
Yo, dog. You know how it be, dog. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Shit, I don't know. This is so weird. So how is it affecting me? Is it affecting me in any way?
No, it's not affecting you at all. You came in with, well, apart from the superhero thing, but that seems to just be a general feature of the supernaturalness of this place.
So would I be able to tell if magic affects me in that similar way?
It's mostly something that would affect everyone, not you specifically.
Okay, so I'm chilling. Okay, well, chilling. Can you tell me the setup of
Yeah, no problem. So we've got you in the wall where you just busted through with some people behind you. We've got Speedy in the middle, Raven and Starfire in the air. The woman hunched over on the stage. Robin closest to the stage in the middle of the most demons, 3 or 4. Let's just say 4. And some of the other demons are climbing on the walls to try and jump at Starfire and Raven. So that's what the scene looks like at the moment.
Gotcha. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna like launch myself onto a wall, and like bounce off of it to hit the demons on the other wall, and then bounce off of that one to hit the demons on the other wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. That's a bit more of a complicated maneuver. So roll for that. Roll on. That's directly engaged threat, so that's danger.
Danger. Okay. So danger is 2, and my rule is 5, so 7.
Okay, so that's a hit, but just barely. So you jump, you grab the other one by the face, smack it into the wall, drag it across as you kind of like Spider-Man run along the side, and then you ping pong, and while it's still in your hand, you can let out like a yahoo as you go. You go to flyer and smash it into the other one, but the other one dodges out of the way before you land, so you only get to smash the other one to the thing, and it crushes its head against the wall, and it fades into smoke, and you land. But the other one managed to get away and is continuing to try and attack with the rest of the group that was on the ground now attacking Robin.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Robin, you're in the thick of it, as it were.
All right, and I've got 4 right around me in the center.
And 5 now approaching because Superboy
5
didn't
now
get to
approaching.
kill that one.
God damn it, Superboy. Okay, let's see. Okay. Where's Speedy and Raven in relation to where I am?
Speedy's just like directly in front of you, as if like he's in the front row, Steve, you're just on the stage, and Raven is just in the air above you with Starfire up there as well.
Okay. I'm going to try and get out of the middle, so I'm going to grapple up and take one of them with me so I can drop it down from the ceiling once I get up there.
Okay. Just the one?
Yeah, I assume just the one, yeah. Because I can only carry one.
Easy peasy. You grab one, let's just say by the mouth, just because it just to yank it up. You grapple up to the ceiling, fly it up to the air, give it a little smile as it's just like trying to bite you, and then slam right back down, and it completely just evaporates into red dust that kind of forms around you as if it was just like an aura to give you like a kind of like cool figure that kind of the rest of the demons like see that, and they're just like kind of like they start to back away from Robin a little bit. Raven?
Okay, so that appeared.
Oh, wait.
That appeared to. Oh, sorry, you said Raven, not Starfire. Blech.
It's okay. She can go. She needs to go.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Okay, you sure?
You do a team move together.
Let's do a team move together. I like it. I like that energy.
Okay. What should we do? We could, because that appeared to work. Yeah, just dropping it. We can grab some together.
Well, you have the kinetic blast. I have telekinetic blast. We both have 2 hands. We could try to do 4 at a time. Like if you had
instead of just one, because it didn't
Yeah, we could
appear
try
to
to hit
work
all
before.
4.
But if we just like, should we focus it all on one guy?
We could try that. Yeah, that's it.
All right, 1, 2.
You've established in the past, I just want
Yeah.
to say this just so you know full consequences. You've established in the past that you can each individually take out one at a time pretty easy. It would probably be more useful if you tried to all do a combo move to take out multiple at once.
Okay, but my blasts aren't doing anything, so I should just.
I'm just against that one figure, against the demons
But
themselves.
I
they seem to
shot
be
a
working
demon
fine.
and it didn't do anything.
That was the different figure. That's like the old woman
Right, but
who's
the
different than the rest of them.
I also shot a demon and it didn't.
No, you blasted its head off.
Wait, but I thought that it turned and started coming toward me.
That was one of the other one. That's my fault as a DM. Don't make that clear. That's okay.
So in that case, yes, we can team move 4 all at once.
Okay, we'll take 4. So we'll actually cross our forces too. So you go this way, I'll go this way. They'll cross like this, and we'll aim for all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raven, because it was your turn, you'll roll for that, and then Starfire, you get to add 1 to the whatever her roll is. So that's how like the team moves work.
1 dice?
No, that's 1 from the team pool.
Gotcha.
So that would just be a 1. Yeah. So Raven, the roll plus danger.
Okay, so I just rolled. So that's 4 plus danger. I think it's 1. Let me check on that. Hang on a second. Please hold.
And sorry, do I roll mine as well?
No.
So I don't do anything.
It's just like how team moves work is one person rolls and then the other person says how they help and then it adds 1 point to them.
Okay, so
that's
because you've got 3 in the pool. Robin, Speedy, or Superboy can also help in and add 1 each, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so
I would definitely like to help with that.
Okay, so I got a 4 plus danger is 1 for me, so that's 5, and then plus 1 from you would be 6.
Yeah.
And then plus 1 for me would be 7.
Yeah, so Speedy, how would you help that? Describe it.
I'm going to take out a net arrow and just try and group them all together in 1 net.
Okay, so that gets added
them an easier
to the
target for make them an easier target for the girls.
So that gets added to the thing. So that roll went from a 4 to a 7. So that is a hit now. So you blast them. It takes out half of them. So it takes out 2 of them, but 2 of them are still there, but they're still trapped in the net, so they can't move. Starfire, now because that was Raven's turn, now is your turn if you want to do a follow-up on that or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So I would just go again, trying to get at the 2 that are still there.
Okay, so that would be roll on your danger.
Yep. Yeah, and my danger is now a 0 instead of a -1. So technically, I did a good thing by accidentally selling us out to the mayor. It's fine. 7.
Okay, so yeah, that's 8. That's a hit. So you take out the remaining 2 of them. Those 4 are gone. There's just 1 demon left, and that woman standing on the stage who still hasn't reacted. Speedy, help with that. Raven, help with that. All right, Robin, what's your play?
Okay, so unless I'm mistaken, assess the situation is something everyone has, but me specifically, I've got reading the files, which is different. Can I use that to figure this out?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So
yes, you can.
So according to this, I roll plus superior, and on a hit, I can tell us 1 important detail about this. And if it's a 10 plus, I get to ask you a follow-up question about it.
Bingo, go ahead.
Alrighty. Sorry, I keep closing my dice app. All right, so I got a 7 plus 3 is a 10.
Okay, so you get to add 1 question of what this thing is, correct?
You get to give me 1 important detail about it, and I get to ask a follow-up question. And then I can tell the team.
Okay. Okay. So this figure is controlling the demons, but it is separate to them. But it also seems to the thing that has made Zatanna uncomfortable before she vanished, and is behind the disappearances of the people in the audience, Zatanna and Jenny.
Okay, and then how do we stop it?
How you would stop this is with any demonic entity is you need to sever its connection to this building particularly.
Okay. Shit. All right, so I mean, we can relay all this all to the team. Okay,
Yeah.
So basically, what's going on here is we've got to figure out what's connected to this demon. And since Zatanna isn't here, she can't fill us in on what's haunted. So, best option seems like
Raven,
I don't
what's
wanna-
going on?
I don't want to say just wreck shit, but I kind of want to think we should just wreck shit.
Or we could ask Raven.
We can ask Raven. Raven, do you have any idea what here seems to be a haunted object? Can you sense for that?
I'd have to roll for that, right?
That would be unleash your powers, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Hold on, I'll roll for it. Ah. And it's plus freak, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was 11 plus freak is 2, so 13.
Okay, that's perfect. So you peer through the veil, you go into your meditation position, you start Azaraf Metrion's Infos, Azaraf Metrion's Infos, and your third eye zooms throughout the entire building. It checks every basement, it checks every room. And you see on the third floor a door owning to the manager of the place. And inside that room, there's a rope that's locked behind a cabinet. And that's what's drawing the connection you see between this and the woman.
Just the rope, right?
Yes, just a rope.
Okay, I tell the others what I saw. There's a rope behind the case in the manager's office. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So if we get that rope and we cut the rope, we cut the connection. So somebody has to go cut the rope. Speedy, why don't you fire an arrow? You could sever the rope then.
But the
More
rope's
than
not in
happy
this
to.
room, right?
Yeah, it's like a floor above. You'd have to
Yeah.
go out and
Yeah, we
go
have
up the
to, like,
stairs.
Go to it.
I can.
Yeah, it's not a clean shot.
This theater has like balcony seating as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grapple up to the next floor and just run over to the manager's office.
Okay, so Speedy, you're doing that. There is still one grunt level demon around with this woman, and the grunt level demon, seeing you communicate with each other, has took the chance to dash towards the civilians that still arrive. And this is the last demon that's remaining, and it sees the little girl who's lagging behind, who's asking where her dad is. She can't find her dad, so she goes to attack the girl. She goes to attack little Amy.
Okay.
I mean, are we
Can
in
I
like an
kick
order?
him in the face as I'm flying up there?
Like,
I mean, you're in the balcony, so it's a
like,
different way from where the exit.
I'm so used to D&D in that we go in an order. Am I allowed to just like
Mhm.
jump in?
Yeah, you're allowed to go in any order.
Okay. Then
That's how this works. Is it's like,
Yeah, I fire an energy blast as I start flying toward the demon.
Okay.
yeah, you're allowed to do that perfectly fine. The entire thing, as it's about to scratch, and Amy holds her eyes like this. She sees like a white, bright light that goes to yellow, and then she opens up her eyes like this, and she sees the figure of the demon just burning away, and then Starfire emerges from it, glowing eyes, glowing aura, anger, and protecting it. And she's like, Starfire! And she runs up and she hugs you and
I'm
she
gonna
starts
pick her
crying.
up and fly her out into the lobby.
Okay, so she's just holding on to you, baby doll, crying. She's like, I can't find my dad. I don't know what's going on.
It's
And
okay.
she's
We will find your father. I fly her out.
Okay. So all the attacking demons are gone, but this woman is still just standing there, not moving at all, just standing, watching, directly at Speedy specifically, just looking at him. There's no imminent. Obviously, that figure's a danger, but unlike those other demons, no one's being attacked right now. Just the exits are locked. There's no exit doors even to be locked, in fact, and you're just trapped in this building. But the commotion seems to have settled down.
I'm still gonna make a run for the manager's office.
Okay.
I trust Raven, and I'm going to go to where she told me to go.
Mhm. So Speedy, you're running towards the manager's office, and you open the door, and then you look around, and you're on the stage again. And you don't know how you look back through your door, and it's the lobby, and it says manager's room on the thing, and you turn around, but you're still on the stage. There's obviously some trickery going afoot here. There's the layout of the building itself is trying to stop you now.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going to close.
can we get Raven to teleport us inside the room instead of trying to get through the door? Or is it going to be the same?
Yeah. I mean, you can try. You can certainly try.
Okay, so
Favorite
let's
DM expression.
let's see if Raven can teleport Speedy inside instead of him trying to go through.
Raven, you'll unless you have anything to say about that, you'd have to roll for that because you'd have to find it specifically, and you'd also have to be precise enough so you don't just like throw him into a wall and kill him.
Okay, so I'll roll for it. And that would be unleash your
Plus
powers,
freak.
too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that's a 5 and 2 is 7.
Okay, so you find the general area outside of this magical tomfoolery, but not the building itself, not the room itself, I should say. So you can teleport him close, but if you do this, you get the feeling that you won't be able to communicate with Speedy. He'll be on his own.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it.
Speedy, you okay with that? You okay with no help?
I trust Raven.
Okay. Portal opens. Speedy, very much a very dangerous thing. Feel free to say anything before you go through the portal. Make this heroic thing.
I'm just going to say I trust you. And go through.
Speedy goes through the portal. Portal closes. Superboy, Robin, Starfire, Raven, alone with the civilians. Starfire still holding Amy. Police officer, very, very afraid, tries to corral the people and think that they're clearly not listening to him. They're panicking. And then he starts freaking out as he sees the lady start walk towards him. He's like, oh my God, stop that thing. Titans, shoot that thing. Like blasting. Clearly, dangerously.
Yeah.
Uh,
Officer, I think that we will blast that thing and that you get the people out of the lobby. How does that sound?
It's walking towards me. Can you see that? And you look,
go...
and from your perspective, it's standing still.
Oh, what is this? It follows?
So he's like, can you see that thing? It's getting closer. And he starts like backing away.
You know what? You are very right. You should leave.
Where do I go? The exits are far. Where did you send that guy? Teleport me as well, please. I swear to God, I didn't.
Is the lobby exit not working either? So like people can't get outside.
People can't get out the building, so it's just the exit from the stage to the lobby, but the doors to the actual building are just vanished.
Is Superboy out here? Where is Superboy?
Superboy is with you, yes.
Okay. Kal-El, could you potentially try and break down the doors that are not there anymore, like you did with that door that wasn't there anymore?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna bounce again, but this time instead of bouncing, fist first, I'm bouncing with my legs out, like a kangaroo, to like kick the walls off.
So this wall has like a weird kind of like static around it, like red static, and you see like the flies are surrounding it as well. So it seems that something is desperately trying to keep you in this. So this is going to have more resistance than normally would be required. You could break down a wall easily, but this is magic.
See that is
Locking it in.
Like, do I see the red?
Yes, you do.
Blast like try and like clear away the ghosts with a blast, like just before Superboy picks the wall?
Yes. So that would add a 1 from the team pool. That would be the last team pool. So whatever Superboy, if you roll to unleash your powers, you'll get a 1 from Starfire helping you with
Okay,
that.
let's see. So I rolled a 5, and this is danger? Or
Yes. No, unleash your powers is freak, sorry.
freak, so +1, +1, so 7.
Okay, so you smash it, and it has like a crack. It's not, and then it begins to crumble, but it's not large enough for a person to get through. A child could get through, but an adult couldn't.
See you guys. I'm just kidding.
Too big.
And I can't do anything.
As you're
else right
seeing
now.
that, you can't do that, and the guy's just still freaking out as he sees this thing walking towards him. Speedy, you are on your own in a completely out of the shining hallway, and there's a couple of rooms. There's 3 rooms, one at the very end, 2 on the side. So 1 on the left at the very end, and 2 on the right side, like where you're standing. There's obviously not a lot of time right now, so make a choice. What are you going to do?
I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to say, you called to me for help. How can I help you?
Silence. Eerily so. A couple of seconds before the left door at the very end opens, and you see Walter, the ticket seller, open up. He says, "Oh, hello. What is going on downstairs? Is the commotion over? What? You seem awfully frightened, young man. What's the matter?"
I'm trying to help.
Oh. Has Zatanna informed you then?
No, I've not spoken to her.
Oh, I see. How peculiar. Do come in. Do come in, boy, please. And he invites you in, and the door closes on its own without him touching it. You're in his office. He is the manager. He was the only staff employed here. What particularly would you like to help with, young man, if we are talking specifics?
I don't know specifics. Someone asked me to help them.
Bothersome, isn't it? Quite. If what's going on, why are you here? What's happening down there? Please inform me of the situation. I may be able to acquire more details.
This place seems to have some restless spirits. People calling for help.
Yes. Very well. I've owned this theatre for many years. Perhaps too many. This place means a lot to me. And too much, you could say. If you think it's best that people are in danger, if you're looking for something, I think I should ask before I make this decision. If you know what you're looking for, then you see this old man.
I know what I've been.
Begin to
been sent to find.
shake. What have you been sent to find, young man? You seem to have steel in your heart for it.
I've been sent to find a rope. But what I want to find is the answer to my question. How can I help?
How you could help the people downstairs is if there is some kind of infestation, abusing the connection between spirits that naturally choose to live here to attack you malevolent forces, destroying this. And he opens up the cabinet. This rope, this stupid old cut rope. The foolish young trapeze artist thought he could try out on the stage when he was a young man. You can destroy this, and this theatre will bring you no more troubles. But if you would wish to help me, I'm afraid you would have to go about a darker means, and I don't think there's much time left.
No.
So he opens, holds up the rope to you. He's like, "Wait fast. What was your name, young man?"
My name is Roy.
May God let you find peace, Roy. A very, very brave soul. Hands you the rope. Got your bow. Easy to destroy it with an incendiary arrow.
I take a while to think. Well, I've done not great things. I hope I can be forgiven for them as well as this. As I light the rope on fire.
As the rope burns away, the old man smiles and regains his youth, regains his figure, regains his posture. And Walter Gatiss finally rests and lets his beloved theatre go, turning to the afterlife. Downstairs, creature that was about to touch the police officer in his mind and is on the stage to everyone else, yells in an inhuman sound. It's gone. As it disappears in a wisp of flame, the same wisps appear on the stands, on the stage, and behind. As Zatanna returns, the civilians return. Outside, by her car, Jenny, very confusedly, returns. This mansion, this theatre, this old place is no longer haunted.
I'm going to sit
So
down on
we
the floor
did it.
in the manager's office, and I'm going to start to cry.
Looks like Roy did it, everyone. High five.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, outside, celebrating, not knowing that it was hard for him.
So you four downstairs celebrating with each other. There's actually a couple of things that gets triggered in your sheets if you look at it, where it says celebrate a moment with a team. I believe that is
When you
Raven
share a
specifically.
triumphant celebration with someone.
Yeah, so do you as well, Starfire.
Oh, yay.
I think so. Yeah, when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, take influence over them. If you show them meaningful affection, physical or emotional, they decide if it's meaningful. So let's just do this in an order. So Starfire, you're doing a high five with Superboy and Raven, and presumably Robin. That's physical affection. So if this is if Robin, Raven, and Superboy, if that's meaningful to you, that Starfire did this after this very intense moment, she now has influence over you. But that's your choice individually. So I guess one at a time, decide if you're happy with Starfire having influence over you.
I already have influence over all three of them, so I cannot get it again. So it doesn't.
Oh yeah, so this is what happens when you get it again. You get to pick one of their attributes and boost it up.
Oh, that's fun. Oh gosh, I don't know what is a good attribute to boost versus not.
Well, it
Maybe-
depends, like, on
Well,
each of them. If it's higher, it doesn't really mean if it's that bad, honestly. All of them have their uses.
I will boost. So it's Raven and Superboy. That's it, right?
Raven, Superboy, and Robin.
But she doesn't have
okay.
influence over me to begin with, so she
Yeah,
can't.
I don't. So I need.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
I
just those two.
get influence on Robin, but I don't get to do anything.
Yes, if Robin decides to.
Well, but it was physical affection, so that isn't deciding. Like rules is written. It says,
Yeah.
if you show them meaningful affection. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading it slightly different. Never mind. You're right. I thought that it was meaningful affection, comma, physical affection, comma, emotional affection, and then yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Never mind. Was that meaningful to you, Robin? I thought.
So I'm gonna say, because I've been doing this since I was 9 years old, this was just another day. So it was not. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna boost Raven's freak.
Ooh.
Damn,
I'll take it.
you called her a freak?
No, I'm boosting her freak so that her powers are like cool. And I'm going to boost Superboy's savior.
Sick. Is this forever?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
They don't last forever because they get boosted up and down all the time anyway, so enjoy it while you can. So yeah, and Raven, you have one, don't you, as well? When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, give them influence over and spend the team from the pool to clear one box on your doom track. When you share a vulnerability. Yeah, okay, so Raven, you get to, your doom track last session got 1-up, so you just get to clear that. So you're back to 0.
Yay. Cool. I'm not gonna die yet. Awesome.
Yeah, okay, so that about covers that, I believe. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything for Superboy. Mark your love or rival immediately to mark potential. Raven is included in that celebration, so, and Robin is your rival as well, so you get to mark potential again. So you've gone up, you get to go on your like advancement thing and like mark potential.
Who does?
Superboy.
By 2?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so you guys are doing all that, and then Zatanna rushes over and just hugs Robin, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had no idea that an infestation would be here. I just knew about Walter. What happened? What did you guys do? What happened to him?"
So I don't exactly know what happened. All I know is, just from research on the back computer, there were about 3 different spirits in here. They were all tied together, and we found one that was connected to a rope that we sent Speedy to destroy in the hopes that it would stop all this.
Oh my god. And she just starts to cry. She's like, "Walter. I'm so sorry. Walter. It's okay. No, you save lives, right?"
As usual.
Can I use my comfort or support someone? and
Yes,
roll
yes,
for
you
that?
can.
Okay, cool. It's plus mundane, but my mundane is 0. So, dice. 10.
Okay. So they hear you, they mark potential, clear conditional shift labels of that. Okay, so for NPC, this would just gives you influence over Zatanna now.
Okay, cool.
What do you do to confirm?
While she's crying, I return her hug and ask her to tell me what's wrong.
So you know how I said there was a spirit here. You're right. There were 3 spirits. There's Jonathan, there's Diego, and there's Walter. Jonathan and Diego were actors who were killed here many years ago, and they tend to manifest in forms of flies or bats, just harmless, hanging around. It's harder for them to find a thing because they don't have a connection to their murder being solved. But Walter was a trapeze artist, and he died, but felt unable to move on, despite knowing it was his fault. He felt a nagging suspicion, and as the actual owners left, his connection with this place was so strong, people just stopped asking him questions and assumed he was the living owner. I was helping him out as a favor by trying to keep this place open, but if he's gone now because a demon was using his connection to the world here to invade and to attack you people, whatever that thing was, then it's for the best. This place is probably gonna get taken down.
Okay, so I'm gonna get speechy. Let's get speechy. Okay, so I'm gonna put my hand on Zatanna's shoulder, and I'm just gonna go into like a comforting speech, and I'll say, Z, pain reminds us that the love we felt was real. If Walter really was a trapeze artist and a showman, just like me and my parents, he knows the most important thing is that we move on, that we don't set up roots, that we don't get stuck. Chances are, if he was a ghost and he was stuck here this whole time, he was probably miserable, because none of us want to stay here forever. So I know this hurts, but at the end of the day, one performer to another, you got to know the best thing for him and for you and for me is to just keep going. And now that he's gone, he got the fate all of us want, which is he got to leave the place he was stuck in and find something better.
This is why you moved out, huh?
Probably, yeah.
You got a good bunch here. You keep showing them that razzle dazzle, and I'll be okay. I mean, if he's moved on, it's not exactly the last time I get to speak with her. Thanks for that. Seriously, Dick. It means a lot. She walks off. Speedy, you presumably, are you going to try and walk down, or are you still going to wait for someone to try and find you?
I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna adjust my mask. Just try and put on a face, and I'm gonna put the burnt piece of rope in my quiver, and I'm gonna head down.
So you see, you've got a bit of context now for anyone who heard Zatanna's talk. Raven, you've obviously had history with Zatanna, and she's been kind of wrapped up in all of this. She hasn't even noticed you were here. Before Roy comes down and you meet either of him, this would probably be your last chance if you want to make an effort to talk to her, or if you're just completely like, fuck this bitch. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna completely disregard her and just go try to find Roy and make sure he's still in one piece. Because anything I have to say to Zatanna is not a positive thing. So I'm just gonna kind of swallow that, leave, and go look for Roy, make sure he's still okay.
So Raven leading the group, and the rest of you, the civilians, leave. Amy's father walks up to you, Starfire, and he shakes your hand and he thanks you very emphatically. Thank you so much for keeping her safe. I was so scared when they took me. After her mother died, she's all I've got. So
we were
thank
all
you.
right together, weren't we? What's her name? Amy?
Amy, yeah. She's like,
We were all
yeah.
right, weren't we, Amy? Yeah, we were fine. 2 princesses. Just waiting for our parents to come get us. It's fine. I hand her
It's like
back.
just ends on a bit of an awkward note. She grabs his daughter, and he walks off. And then as he's about to walk off, Amy turns around and Amy says, "You're the best superhero in the whole wide world, Starfire."
That
Just
is
walks
the cannon
away.
noise that Starfire makes.
So they leave, everyone thinks, and Raven leading the team. You find Roy, who's kind of in a daze at the lobby.
I'm gonna just run up to Roy and be like, "Are you okay? Obviously, you did it. But are you okay? What happened?"
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm gonna head out. Do you want to come with me?
Are you talking to just me there?
Yes.
Are you talking to the whole team?
it was just you and me. I thought you left the team to go look for me.
Oh no, so Raven's just at the front, and as Raven walked to talk, the rest of them are kind of like hanging back a little bit. So
Okay.
it's fine if Roy just wants to talk to Raven.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that she was leaving the group while they were staying with Zatanna. But
there's enough distance where you can, yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a walk. You're welcome to join me if you want.
Yeah, I'll come with you. I want to hear what happened. If you want to talk about it. If not, I understand.
I mean, I can. It's not much to tell. I met the manager and I asked him how I could help, and he told me how, and so I did what I needed to do.
I'm sorry I threw you into that. I just didn't know what else to do. There was nothing else we could do. No one was really helping, and Zatanna just disappeared, and I couldn't make it through.
It's okay. We did our best, and we helped.
I'm just glad it was
That's
enough
what we
this
do.
time.
I think we did the right thing.
I'm just glad you're okay. I wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but I'm glad you did it.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys are okay too.
So as the three of you, Starfire, Superboy, and Robin, you see Speedy's clearly having a moment with Raven. You can't quite hear what they're saying, but he's not exactly hiding his emotions right now. You feel free to comment on that, to talk amongst yourselves, to discuss what I think, if anyone has any burning things to ask each other or anything right now. This would probably be your last time to do this for this session.
I'm gonna oh, go ahead.
Sorry, mic issues. I was just gonna say that, can this count towards the Roy's heroic arc, because it was the to impress a teammate thing in your sheet?
Yeah. So what was one of your drives, Roy? Was that so I've got it up here. Let me have a look. Don't worry about this. Your DM will help you.
My goals were help a teammate when they most need you, outperform an adult hero, get a new hero name, and reject someone who tells you you shouldn't be here.
Okay, so you technically Zatanna's not really an adult hero, so I don't know how that counts.
How old is she?
She's only she's like 2 years older than Robin.
Yeah, she's legally an adult, but not really.
Mm-hmm. That would be more like a Justice League level. If you'd really want to, I can give that to you, but like I would say it would be more impactful if it was someone else.
It's not who I was thinking of when I clicked it.
When you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, ask them to confirm or deny. Okay, so this is how you do it. Speedy, you need to ask Raven if she thinks you should be here, and then if she says yes, you'll get to add your potential.
Audio kind of glitched out there.
You have to ask Raven if she thinks you should be here.
All right.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I kind of think I should go, unless you want me to stay.
You mean leave the team, or?
No, I don't know. I just I don't know if I should be here now.
You should definitely be here. We're all here because we don't belong anywhere else. You should definitely be here, though. Today proved it, if anything.
Thank you.
So on Speedy's potential, that gets marked. So you get to mark another one of your potential there, buddy. Okay. Again, sorry about that interruption, but thank you again, Raven, for pointing that out to me. Starfire, Superboy, Robin, Starfire, you seem to have a pressing thing. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, it's not pressing. I'm gonna be dumb because I'm me, and I'm gonna kind of like playfully like punch Superboy, knowing that like I'm sure it feels like hitting a wall. I'm gonna be like, I thought you were stronger than that. You didn't even break the wall down.
Me?
Yeah.
Dog, how about
It is sarcasm. Yes, Raven was telling me about sarcasm, and it's when you mean the opposite of something and you make a joke and it is funny. I know that you couldn't break it down because it was like magic, but I am sarcastically giving you a compliment, yes?
Sure.
Okay.
You're very powerful. Not.
Oh,
that's a
see,
not
that
joke.
one is mean, but I'm gonna like laugh.
My wife, he says. I'm sorry. Hey,
Did you just watch Bo Rat too?
I did. Where's Zatanna at right now?
Zatanna's left.
Damn it.
She's gone at this point.
All right, that's fine.
You can express frustration with Robin for the fact that he seemed to just let Zatanna cry, get a hug with her, and then move off, which seems to be your dream scenario in this situation.
Yeah. I was thinking about hugging her from behind while she hugged Robin and be like, there, but I didn't get to because you guys were in deep conversation. But yeah, he's gonna be like, man, Robin, you've got to be the luckiest superhero I know.
It's all in the suit.
Is that what it is? What's
yeah,
wrong
you
with
gotta
mine?
look like an adult, not like a boy.
Okay, boy wonder. I don't know what you mean by that. More like boy blunder, am I right?
Hey.
Do we know where Jenny is at this point? Has she come
She's
back?
by the car, I think.
Okay.
So Jenny runs into the building, and she just sees all you guys, and she's like, "Oh my god, did I miss the show? What happened? Is it good?"
Yes, it was fantastic. Ha 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 ha.
The show was good. Some things.
Because that
there
doesn't
were some
sound like the show.
hiccups. The show itself was good. The finale was a bit rough.
To be
You
there.
should kind of be glad you missed it. You're better off, trust me.
Okay.
But we all know
I
that
kinda
she's
feel-
not the biggest Zatanna fan.
Raven. Oh my god, Raven didn't start fighting Zatanna on the stage, did she? Oh, I shouldn't have known that might have
Man,
happened.
I
I'm
wish.
so sorry.
I just bitch slap her across the stage.
I actually do start laughing. You know, that would have been a fun finale.
Hot.
Okay, well, this has been a night, I guess. You guys, I seem to have missed an entire night for some reason without the help of any cosmic shenanigans that I know of. So, do you want to? I'll drive you guys home. I'm sorry, this has been a crazy night. You guys probably did well. Let's head back. So you'll
You did very
get together.
well at driving us here.
Yay! I guess.
And I like your meatballs. on your head.
Ah, thank you.
You look lovely, Jenny.
Oh, guys, come on. I've already taken your photos.
That's what I say that to like Robin. I go, she is so cool.
Yeah.
Meta.
I'm gonna put my arm around Jenny and be like, "Let's go home, buddies."
Okay, so heads off, wraps it up. Yeah, okay. We cut to credits, and that is the end of the Halloween Teen Titans Spooktacular. It's pretty spooky. It's pretty dooky. One thing I want to talk about, Raven.
Yes.
Because you were a snowflake. Your Doom track. Let's discuss it while we've got some time. Okay. So whenever you end a session.
It's Tuesday.
Whenever you end a session on a Tuesday, there is a thing that says you're supposed to think. Okay, yeah. So, do you think tonight's events brought you a step closer to defeating Trigon?
It brought the team closer, but I don't think it really did much of anything like in that track, in my opinion.
We are part of the team, and you are part of the team. So I think that if the team got closer, that you got closer. But that's just
okay. Me. You trying to kill me faster? Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh, that takes it away. That keeps you alive.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm trying to kill
Raven, you were trying to kill yourself faster than by doing that argument.
Wait, what are you looking at? Hold on a second. Wait, I'm lost. Hang on. What are you looking at? We're on the Doom track.
It's one of those things where, like, at the end of every one of your sessions, I think it might be on the GM's sheet or something. But
yeah, I don't have that. I have the Doom track and like the negatives. I don't have any of the positives. Like
yeah. So it's like the end of every session. If you've done something good to help against Trigon, it gets removed. If you haven't, it gets added to one. Since Speedy and that event today already removed one with the Raven Starfire high five, you're already in the clear, but now you're just completely clear as well. Because otherwise, at the end of the session, you would have basically got one and then got one back. But now you're just zero still.
Gotcha.
So you're perfectly fine. Okie dokie. Yeah, that wraps us up. Due to how we set up this stream, we can't just like end it immediately. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
TEENTITANS, Teen Titans. Let's go.
Teen Titans, go.
I hope you've all listened and enjoyed this. If you'd want us to do more of these, please let us know. Show the response, show the love, and we'll try and schedule it around. But for Halloween, us all getting dressed up, this was a lot of fun, at least from my perspective. Chaotic but fun.
Yeah,
so I enjoyed
so much fun.
I didn't get any BuzzFeed Unsolved references, and I'm so upset at myself for not saying, "Hey there, demons, it's me, your girl." I fucked it. Shit! I'm so upset at myself. I forgot about it because I was pissy from earlier, and I ruined it. It's okay. Another day.
Next time.
The fishnets, man.
That's the me and the Trigon showdown. Hey there, demon, it's me, your daughter. There we go.
You have to save it till then now. That's why you didn't say it this one.
Are you there? It's me.
Exactly. Margaret. I had to make it better.
We're signing out. Thank you, everyone. And as always,